so we're coming right back off of that league that ended 3-2. And we're going to be doing the exact same list again, seeing if we can't do a bit better this time. Uro never really got a chance to perform. The one matchup where we really wanted him in from the sideboard, the prowess matchup, they ended up blood mooning us, so we couldn't cast the Uro. So it might be, if we're looking at Uro in the main board for Infect and sideboard, we might want a basic island if Blood Moon's going to be a persistent thing. But at the same time, I really don't think you want a basic island in your deck, because it's really only casting 9 cards. And most of these cards you want to cast before turn, before Blood Moon can be in effect anyway. So we'll run it back and see how it does. There we go. We won the die roll, so we will gladly take the play. Let's see. Hand doesn't have a threat. Mulligan. Keep. Bottom the mutagenic. Fetch and shock. I'm probably going to regret picking Breeding Pool in the blind. This is probably some Ponza player, and they're going to... Oh, no, it's... Okay, we're good. Becomaments is not so great for us. Because we're not going to be able to fuel our graveyard fast enough. Disc is cracked for a green. And I'm assuming second Tron piece into Sylvan Scrying for the third. Oh no. Cool. Only Ancient Stirrings? Ah, they hit it though. Dang. Scale up? Scale up wouldn't do it. So we could pump with defense. Doesn't buy us anything though. So Tron piece comes down. What's their follow? They've got 7 cards in hand, so it's got to be good. What we doing? If it's Karn Man, we can spell Skite, change that target. It's not Karn the Great Creator. Can't just be some fat creature either. Okay, so they are gonna go grab Karn the Great Creator. What can they grab from their sideboard that we're afraid of? Walking Ballista, put Walking Ballista on 1. Try to ping Glistener Elf. We have the Blossoming Defense ready for that. Because we can't redirect the Spellskite anymore. 3 ball. Sure. So we have to pay 3. Blossoming Defense hit them for 4. Karn 3 balls pretty good against Infect. Down tick, go get Ballista. Ballista for 3. Ping, ping. So we probably should have killed Karn. Eight mana, Walking Ballista on 4. Yep. Ping, ping. Yep. And there's nothing we can do. We'll go ahead and concede this. So if I had killed Karn, I would have still had 3 ball. We would have had our Glistener Elves and our Hierarch. And we would have drawn a Blighted Agent, which I would have cast. Either way. It's Tron. It's Green Tron. And so all we really want is Force of Vigor. Take out Uro, take out a Vines. Yeah. Veil doesn't do anything. Dismember doesn't do anything. Dispute doesn't do anything. Uro's meh at best. Keep this, baby. As far as what we're bottoming, though... So it's... Turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 Hierarch, Glistener Elf. I guess it's bottom the Distortion Strike. Hope we can draw a big pump or a protection spell. So that way if they have the Dismember, That's not it. We currently have 8. We need a pump spell. Don't have the dismember. Okay, good. Ballista on 1. Damn it. I should have swung with the noble there. It doesn't make much of a difference, but it does make a difference. Sylvan Scrying, they can get a land and play it. Mine, play mine. And map, so they'll have Tron next turn. They'll have 5 mana next turn. Pump spell off the top. We're just gonna flood out. How great. Flooding out against Tron. How'd you know exactly what we wanted to do? Swing for 8. Yep, so they'll have 5 mana here. There's not much I'm scared of at 5. The number one thing is Karn the Great Creator, Pithing Needle. Okay. Hopefully this time we won't flood out in a 20 land deck. No threat. Mulligan. So Mind Star, meaning that they're setting up for turn 3 Tron. If we draw a land here, we just go Glistener Elf pass. So it's Pendlehaven. If we go Glistener Elf pass and we miss the land, we're absolutely hosed. This is assuming that they can assemble turn 3 Tron. Does not look like that they have guaranteed. Well, they don't have turn 3 guaranteed anymore. Which means going for the safer line was a lot better for us. Reveals Karn liberated. Okay. Maybe they just have natural Tron in hand and we're about to cry. Protection spell. Protection spell. Come on. Vines or Blossoming Defense. Not scale up. Glistener Elf pass turn. don't have natural Tron. Damn it. Great creator. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, 3 ball. We don't have 3 mana. 3 ball. Like, we can kill Karn, and then big Karn comes down, exiles our Glistener Elf, or exiles our land. That's unfortunate. And second noble makes this hand interesting. Bet shock. This resolves. Okay, going for an opt. Bolt my bird. Assuming that's what's coming here. Is a good old bolt of the bird. No? That's odd. So this is much more along the lines of blue-red control. Let's go get green. In case this is like Blue Moon. Try to play Blighted Agent here. Ooh, it does resolve. Neat. Red, blue, what? Is it Charm? Look, if you have to use 2 removal spells to kill my Blighted Agent, I am A-okay with that. Alright. I don't know what opponent's doing. ED for 0. Yep. And then I'm assuming we're gonna get smacked by Restore Balance. Yep. Okay. So I was right. As soon as they let us attack, figured they have to be Electro Dominance. Choose 2 lands. I'd like the Inkmoth Nexus and a Breeding Pool. And sacrifice all of our creatures. And then they discarded Crushing Footfalls. They go for the opt. Get in for 6 here. Try to get in for 2. Second Electro Dominance into Restore Balance. So the problem is we have to sacrifice our creatures. And they have to discard 1. Discard a Force of Negation. Voided Foothills, pass the turn. And as foretold. What? No, as foretold. Haha, surprise creature. One has 2 cards in hand. They draw a card off the islet. Neat. We take them to 12. They visions. Okay. I could pay 2. Knock opponent down to 10. Pass the turn. Bolt. Binds. Get in for one. Hi, opponent. Thanks for taking the bait. Take opponent down to 4. Now, if they have bolt, however, we're still looking for just a way to close. As foretold. Visions. Oh, make rhinos. Yeah, that's an option. Rhinos has us on 2-turn clock. Awkward. Well, no, they can't swing with both. Because they have to leave back at least one for a blocker. And so they've got us on a 4-turn clock. If we rip, like, Blighted Agent, we're pretty golden here. They draw a card. Problem is they get 1 free spell a turn. Spell Pierce is a fun one. Opponent takes us to 7. Wow. So you see, now we're just at the awkward spot of they swing with both. We block, we pump, we live at 1. And that's what we have to do. We can at least stop anything that they try. Dang. Three mana. Finale on 1. Doesn't matter. I knew we were dead if we fetched. Because they swing with both, we have to block one. I knew we were dead as soon as they resolved the rhino. See, we were drawing groundswell. Cool. So I'm bringing in the Force of Vigors here just as a way to hit if they decide to start running Blood Moon plus As Foretold. Well, again, can't cast any of these spells. Keep. Bottom of Breeding Pool because the Misties fill our yard for the Uro. Okay, they fetch. And shock. And bolt. How'd I know? Let's flood out. We will do Breeding Pool tapped. Draw a card, put that. Arrow gets sacked. Opponent, I was not expecting the Uro. No one expects the Uro. As Foretold. Sure. And they want to draw 3. Sounds good. We'll pass. We can force on their turn. Opponent now has lands. Second As Foretold. Alright. you very much for the follow, Azzy. I did not know you were just gonna watch. Also, what's up, Wheels? How goes your DBD? Right? Tap these for blue, these for green. No one can escape Azzy. All right. And now we got ourselves a game where this Uro is going to just about to destroy this opponent. Unless they have a way to remove it. That just sounds disgusting, Wheels. Okay, that's bolt one. And then anger. I don't like this. Oh no. Oh no. Anger. Anger of the gods said, no fetch land for you. I should have realized that all from the fact of basic forest, breeding pool, breeding pool. Don't know what's going on here. But you're interested. So this is Magic the Gathering, and we're going to be losing. It's okay, I'm not either. What if I burn instead? Don't worry, you won't burn. Yeah. You just play basically 21 of these cards. Let it burn. Yep. So the problem is we're not getting out from this as foretold. Like, we've got lots of pump spells, but our only real out at this point is like second Uro. Hope they don't have an answer. That might get there. Opponent wants to draw cards. So as foretold doesn't get past the speed of the card, right? Just the timing of when it can be played. We'll find out. Might have old Crosa. outside of Old Crows. A braid, 3 damage to target creature. Groundswell. Force of Well, that's a stack. Once each turn, you may pay rather than the spell. I don't think you can get around the speed of the spell. Yeah, I was gonna say, because of how it's worded, I don't think it can. That's right. That's how it works. Therefore, it doesn't get around it. I'm just gonna get there on this as foretold, is their plan. Okay. They fetch for... What are they even? Are we still... We have strayed off of the playlist. Always great. So they go for an opt. Opponent's just looking for answers at this point. Or not answers, but threats. No playlist for you? Like, this doesn't sound like EDM. Okay. There's the rhinos. We're now in trouble. Exactly. Well, they know what we can get off of this one in Foothills. We've lost this game. Because they swing for 8. Well, if they swing for 8, we could rip exactly scale up off the top. And even that wouldn't do it. This Dryad Arbor shall be pumped. Just wanted my Arbor to get big. Fine. If you're gonna kill the Arbor, yes, we'll mutagenic the other one. Cryptic command? Oh, sure. Show me a second crashing footfalls. Oh, nothing. That's fun. So we now have no cards in hand. Opponent has us dead in 2 turns. I'll give him the GGs and concede. Save on time. This is not going to plan. Rhinos be crashing? Yep. Well, we instantly found somebody in the O2 bracket. We'll gladly take the play. Sure, why not? It's a turn 2. As long as they don't have any interaction. We will go Waterlogged Grove into Glistener Elf. Hope they're not a interactive deck. Be like ad nauseum. Oh no. Blue and red. That's a sign of interaction. I don't like that. Oh no. Blue and black, even worse. Fatal Push? Or Thoughtseize? Yay for interaction. I mean, I can't be mad that they're running interaction. Guess we'll play out this creature land. We have nothing else better to do on turn 2. Be Death Shadow and don't have any more interaction. It's not Death Shadow. Gotta go wide as possible. Opponent's just gonna have all the interaction in the world. Maybe we'll draw Blighted. You know, sometimes it just works out. Have Fatal Push 3, damn it. Please don't, in all actuality. Please don't have Fatal Push 3. Don't have Fatal Push 3, don't have Counterspell 1. That's all we're hoping for. Drown in the Lock. I'll give my creature +2/+2. You can give my creature -2/-2. That's fine. They make us discard Scale Up, and now we're just going to rip Scale Up off the top and win. That doesn't do it. It's funny. We could crack this to try to find a land. But that still wouldn't kill them. We'll go for the 2-turn kill. Hope they don't have Collective Brutality, Drown in the Lock, or Push. So Push is going on top. Don't have an opt. One time. All I ask, opponent. Yeah. 2 cards in hand. What are we afraid of? This is all instant speed. I mean, if they have it, right? Do we get to go to... Cool, we do get to go to turning him sideways. Groundswell. Blossoming Defense. We get there. Because who needs to count to 20 when you can count to 10 instead? Good old Infect. Okay. So, it's not Sultai. It looks to be Dimir. My guess is probably Dimir Inverter. I only have 10 fingers. Exactly. You only need 10 fingers. Okay. I want to bring in these 6. They didn't really play any creatures, so Distortion Strike can come out. I like the mutagenics. We can shave on some... Shave on a Scale Up, shave on a Vine, shave on a mutagenic. Yeah, that'll work. Exchange for bringing in counter magic, and redirection. So we had 2 lines of play there. We could have done what we did, where we tried to put the 10 or the +5, +4, +4, hit them to get to exactly 10, or we could have just waited. They go for the push. We Blossoming Defense to keep our guy alive, and then we draw a card off of the caves to try to get the Groundswell to be +4, +4, because we just needed a land drop for that. So that was another line we could have taken, but I don't know which line's best in that scenario. Hand's great, other than we can't cast our spells. You know, hands are gas when you don't have any lands in them. Down to 5 we go. Yeah. Okay, well. We keep... I guess we bottom Hierarch, bottom Grove? That sounds wrong. Meaning that's what we do. And turn 1 Thoughtseize. Let's see it. Just rip this hand apart. What? Definitely Inverter if they're playing things like Sunken Hollow. Yeah. Tapped land. No one's expecting it. Who needs Thoughtseize when you have Fatal Push? Who needs Fatal Push when you have Thoughtseize? Remans the Spellskite. Spell Pierce the Remand. Just because I don't want them drawing a card. So there's 3 mana. Let's see. We go animate, we go scale up. I like my mana. And so land off the top here is ideal. That's not a land. I'm assuming this is remand. No. Okay. I'll smack opponent for 7. Vapor Snag. Why didn't I play around modern staple Vapor Snag? Three cards in hand. Apparently, like, I guess they could have Cryptic here. Animate. Swing for lethal. Card has hexproof. I don't know. They should have done tap draw at the beginning of combat step. We gave them the opportunity. They let us go to attacks. I have no idea how we won that 2-0. We went to attacks, exalted trigger onto the stack. We then put the +1/+2. So that way it was lethal without us having to use Blossoming Defense. Well, let's see if we can make half our money back. We lost the die roll, sadly. Well, it wasn't a debate at that point. It was just like, they have to go for the bounce play now that they didn't do it. They didn't tap. We'll keep this. It's terrible, but we'll keep it. Boggles. Not boggles. What? Leyline of Vixen. What am I facing here? Is this like some weird ad nauseum that's running Leyline of Sanctity main board? But yes, this hand does go wide. But does Adnaz run Leyline of Sanctity main board? Like, the temple makes me definitely go ad nauseum. It might be blue-white Pillow Fort. Yeah, Boggles definitely doesn't play Irrigated Farmland. Whatever opponent's on, it's some spice. Oh, it could be. Dovescape. This could be Dovescape. I have no idea what we counter in the Dovescape matchup. If a source would deal damage, put an incarcerate when there are 9. Oh no, this is 9 lives. This is 9 lives. You go 9 lives into Solemnity, and then counters can't be placed on 9 lives. So then if a source would deal damage to you, nothing happens. Yeah. Oh shit is right. Groundswell. Blossoming defense. This is 8. Take opponent to 9. Hope they don't have second 9 lives. Or Solemnity. Right? How do we beat that card? Let me double check what... Players can't get counters. So if they had the Solemnity, we would have just lost. What did they win with? I don't know. This isn't supposed to be a deck. Uro seems pretty bad. Well, no. Uro seems like one of our only win conditions if they get Solemnity down. I guess you can use whatever win con. Yeah, exactly. That Goyfs. Spell Pierces come out. No, we want Spell Pierces in. Distortion Strikes out? Shave on some vines. I doubt that they're playing mini creatures. And a mutagenic? Sure. Turn 2 Uro sounds good to me. Do they also run FedEx Channel? They might. I don't know. I've never seen a 9 lives deck. I just saw the card 9 lives and said no. My guess is it's some form of blue-white pillow fort. I have no idea what the deck's actually trying to accomplish. Suppression Field. That sounds like a good card. Yeah. Unlife and Solemnities always feels real good. I can't fetch without having to do that. That's fine. We'll do a turn 2 Glistener Elf the hard way. Nine lives. Yeah. It just puts a counter. And so we just need to go wide. Ruined Halo. Okay. What do you name? Glistener Elf? Doesn't matter what I'm attacking with, opponent. Hierarch can get the exalted triggers for all I care. So if I go mutagenic here, oh no, I can mutagenic next turn and hit them for 2 counters. Actually, I can mutagenic and Might of Old. And turn them all sideways. Okay. So we make it so they're dead next turn? And say that part doesn't matter. We're just fueling our yard for Uro. Flashback. Although I can't flash it back because I tapped double green. Think. Also, can I even escape? There's the Solemnity. So they have us locked. I'm just going to pretend we don't see the lock. I can't do that. Cool. Up. Why'd they gain a counter? No, they didn't, did they? No, they didn't. I was just imagining. I thought for some reason it was on 5. We're just gonna draw cards with Uro. Like, that's our out at this point, which is hilarious. That Uro's an out. Okay, visions. At this point, they're trying to find. Like, they need a second greater oromancy. Okay. I can't beat that. I'll say I can beat one enchantment having shroud. I guess I should technically see what we were gonna draw. Okay. Just whip out your fracturing gust. I mean, yeah, right? Nah, Force of Vigor's our only enchantment hate. It's like they didn't present us with a win con there, but we didn't have an out, so we're not gonna bother with that. We'll keep. If this Become a Mince was scale up instead, we'd have the turn 2, which makes me a bit sad. Hold up the noble in case they have path. Ruined Halo? Spreading Seas are Pendlehaven. Okay. Okay, so we can Might of Old Krosa plus Blossoming Defense. Hit them for 7? Hold up Spell Pierce. I guess technically it's 8, right? So now opponent needs something like Solemnity or Ruined Halo or Counter Magic. Opponent concedes. Good job, opponent. Cool, we made half our money back. Let's see if we can make all of our money. Yep. Thank you for the blue source. I'll use that very wisely. I mean, we had the blue source from the noble, but it was more along the lines of thank you for not changing our game plan at all. We'll keep this, why not? What, are you telling me you're gonna turn down Magic Chat? Oh god, white. No pav? Yes. So this feels awful to tap out of our green source. But I'd rather get in for 5 than hold up Blossoming Defense. True. Leonin Arbiter. Can we hit a land off the top so that way we can just go high taxes player? How about no? Why? Why? Block with your Arbiter. That's what that card is. It's just a 2/2 blocker. Yeah, I feel that. Like, you know, we doubled the price of our deck by just putting in 2 Uros on MTG Online. Yeah, I don't want to build a new 75. I'd be somewhat okay if it was just like every year I have to pick up 1 or 2 new cards, but not this whole, oh, this entire deck is just irrelevant now. Well, newly controlled, tap for color, animate here. Just show me your path to exile that you're obviously holding up. Opponent does not have path to exile. Good to know. All right, so we're facing mono white taxes. Guess these can come in. These can come out. Anything else we want? Like, these hit their weapons. If they're resolving weapons, we're losing the game anyway. What about Affinity and Mox Opal? We're not going to ban Urza, which is the actual problem card. No. We're going to ban Mox Opal. Which, yes, Mox Opal in and of itself is a problem card, but it wasn't the problem. So before they can get a Leonin Arbiter down, let's go fetching. We'll shock it in. They don't play Blood Moon. Play out this Glistener Elf. Pass the turn. And then Astrolabe. Yeah. Non-creature spells cost 1 more. Neat. Is opponent gonna be willing to take 6 Infect? Opponent's willing to take 6 Infect. Okay. Okay. That might be why. I'm about to get punished real hard for playing out this Waterlogged Grove instead of one of these fetch lands. I mean, Once Upon a Time was doing degenerate things. It's a free spell. I can understand why it was banned. I don't agree with its banning, but yeah, so we've just like, we can play out this Glistener Elf and we can play out this game in case we hit another land, but we've pretty much lost this from the Ghost Quarter Leonin Arbiter. This is what prevent the next 2. Be able to target a legendary creature. That's nice. And there's Sarah Avenger. So we need Distortion Strike off the top. That's not Distortion Strike. We lose. Like, we don't lose outright. They swing. It's only 7. We take it, go down to 4. We draw 1 more card. It's another Glistener Elf. We can block, go down to 1. We draw. Yeah. Goblin Twin is all right. I hate that Goblin Twin exists, but Twin itself can't. That's what bugs me. Snow-covered plains, Selfless Savior. That's a card. Yeah. Well, arguably it's better than Twin because you can go Violin on your instep. Yeah. It's combo with a side effect of it can just become mid-range. I want to try to trade Doggo. We'll let the trade happen. Yeah, well, Twin was mainly a control deck that then had just up. Cool. Opponent has it all. Opponent's also dead in 2 turns. Six opponent. Land off the top. We just pass here and dismember on their instep. Aether Vial sounds pretty bad. Didn't even need to. Cool. Opponent concedes. That is the league. We ended somehow 3-2. That league started out rough. Yeah, Infinite Lightning Bolt? I don't know. I don't know the Infinite Lightning Bolt combo, but I'd believe it. That league started out rough with Tron that we lost to. Yeah. But honestly, I like goblins as like a tribal deck now. I just dislike that there's the Snoop combo that's built into it. So it can be a combo or a tribal mid-range. Oh, that's disgusting. Champion Bolt. Yep. That'd do it. All right. So we ended 6-4 for the night with Uro Infect. We never really got to utilize Uro. It doesn't feel bad. So if you have Uros, use them. If you have Uros and Goyfs, by all means, go ahead. Show off. Be your Jund version. Be the best Jund player you can and show how much money you put into a deck. But Uro's not needed for Infect. It's neat tech, though. Definitely.